Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. So, if you don't know Novonix, plenty of videos out there. They're basically making the best battery with 3,000 cycles. So, if you look around for other batteries with 3,000 cycles, there isn't many there. So, Novonix is at the forefront of the tech, and not the tech of the future like the solid state. They're at the tech right now, and they're also the future, in my opinion. So, this is just off their anode material. If they get to 100,000 tons in 2030, they could do this before, or they might struggle, they might hit a roadblock, who knows. But if they get there, they're going to be at least worth $7. But right now they're at 2,000 tons, only 2,000. No, sorry, they're between 500 and 2,000 tons, building out the pilot facility. So that goes well. They just expand, make it bigger, and also they get to 25,000 tons. They basically just double the capacity, either by building a new factory or something else. And they keep going because there's so much demand for this battery material. They have the best stuff, and so once they get started, which is soon, they're getting everything in place for the pilot facility, and they're just going to get bigger and bigger. So by the time it happens, if you didn't buy in, it'll be too late. You'll have to pay more of a premium because they're on the way to at least $7 just with the anode material, which, if you know, a battery is just one side of the battery, and they're also working on the other side of the battery. So people might need consoling because they just seen they've got a Cybertruck in the bank, and oh, that Cybertruck disappeared with it coming down. So I'm in the same boat. I thought it was going to pull back at $2.80, kept going up. If you watch like people's trading videos, they say buy in on good news, which they had a fair bit of good news. So people who trade, just buy in, set a stop loss, and it keeps going up and up until maybe someone who's got heaps in the company had a plan to sell out at this price because they knew the risk to reward was ahead of the. So this is how I see it. Like, this is where they are now on the roadmap. So the risk to reward went quite up and need to come back down to make some sense. That's in my opinion. That's how I look at it sometimes. Like, for what they've done on the roadmap compared to where the price is. That's how I see it. So obviously, once they get going, the curve goes more like this because they proved it, and then they're just ramping up, building, like, manufacturing, making the process more efficient. So anyway, more importantly is this stuff's already, I think, came out, but it just gives you more understanding that it's not just the anode material. So that $7 was just based on anode material. The cathode material is more expensive by price, but maybe they make the same profits off it, I'm not sure. But I do know that we're going to EVs, and to replace all the cars on the road with EVs is going to need heaps and heaps of batteries, which Novonix is at the forefront of. And that's the batteries of today that Tesla are using in their cars need graphite, not these solid state batteries that only giving out 800 cycles. But who knows, they can improve, and Novonix probably knows this too. Novonix can go in solid state if it's working, but they know everything, so put full faith in them to do what's right. They switched off natural graphite to go to synthetic graphite because they saw that natural graphite was not superior, was not a good product. So anyway, sorry about blabbering on. So here we are, Generation 1 furnace technology. So they're making the furnace that makes the synthetic graphite better. The full 2,000 ton per annum plant capacity. So that's what they're aiming for this year, and they want to go bigger and bigger in years to come. So they've got to make sure it works, make sure they can do it right with the pilot plant, and then they expand. So I don't see any other companies building a pilot plant for synthetic graphite in America. So they're at the front. They got the head start. So proprietary system designed by Novonix and Harper to support improved economics in capital expansion and operational costs compared to current Generation 1 systems. So they've already getting better. They see what they've done wrong, see what they need to do, and they're adjusting. Unlike Conor McGregor, just like Conor McGregor, he goes into a fight, he loses, he needs to adjust his plan and get better. First Generation 2 systems begin. So here we are. installation February, so it's coming up. So they'll pump that out. Hopefully it all goes well. And then if you bought now, as soon as that news is coming around that they're going to 2,000, that probably means that they easily go to 25,000 faster on the way to 100,000, printing out money. So remember, batteries are the new petrol pretty much. So you don't buy petrol, you just buy a lump sum battery at the start, and you got regenerative braking to charge it, and you've got that super instant torque. It's quiet, so you don't have to say, if you're backing down the driveway, you don't have to say, mate, I can't hear you. Am I going to hit something? Well, maybe you have a reverse camera anyway, but it's just that quiet noise. And then you do the drive-thru at McDonald's. Like, you don't have to turn the engine off. You just say, yeah, Big Mac with fries, and they can hear you because you're in an electric vehicle. Okay, so processing, pure graphite, so we know the graphite stuff. And remember, this is still a gamble. You just have to trust that these guys are doing it right. And obviously they're at it every day. They're getting paid to they're getting paid to do this. So if you were just getting paid, you're eventually just gonna keep turning up, get your money, and you're gonna achieve stuff during the day. And then maybe they're enthusiastic on it as well. Who knows? So strong growth revenue, new materials. Dun, 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 dun. So this is something that makes the synthetic graphite. I think they have to heat it up quite high. That's a whole nother story. So they employed this guy. He's like the lead advisor to Tesla, for lack of better words. That's him, the CEO of Novonix. So these people have been about batteries for years and years. Where was the cathode? I might try and find. Oh, here it was. I went right past it. Expanded staff, initiated build out of additional to existing BTS facility, adding 65% additional space for continued growth in cathode commercialization and new development work. So they're ramping up the anode side and they're getting into the cathode side as well. Expanded cell building capability, dry room and infrastructure to support increased workload. New products, cathode commercialization activities, pilot line, 90% commission, with final piece of equipment delayed. In shipping, will arrive in January. So they're already going to the pilot line, 90% there with the cathode pilot line. So they're patenting all this as well. So a patent runs out, but it gives them a head start. And yeah, so that's going to be their advantage. They're going to get ahead. They're going to be making more money soon, and they can reinvest that money to make more. So what else did I want to say? These Cybertrucks are probably going to need synthetic graphite in them. They want a good cycle life battery, high performance. Okay, and then yeah, if you saw a lot of money come and go in the last week, look at this guy. The he used to be CEO. He's basically the high stakeholder in Novonix. So he went to 123 million. He could have bought a nice beach house, but obviously he's going to be holding all up to $7, and he might become a billionaire in the next 10 to 20 years. Very possible. So let's go back to Amazon chart. So let's say you bought in here. You bought in here. You knew the company was good, but it kept going down, and then bam. So that's you got to $100 million. You know, oh no, I'm only worth only $5 million, and then comes up, oh, bam, and there you are. That's how you go from 100 million to 200 million. However you want to look at it, 10 grand. So don't sweat the small stuff, guys. Novonix, it's probably going to even fall down further, but I know you just have to forget about it and hold on to it, and also focus on other things. Like you buy shares, it's not really your company, so yeah, like pursue, maybe start your own company. If you see something that needs doing, start your own company, because if you start your own company, you'll get down to the very bottom, like this. So you've already 20x, 10x your money from here, starting your own company, and that's how real rich is made. Elon Musk, anyone started the company from the bottom, good idea, kept pushing. So find something you're passionate about and keep going. Thank you.